Ooh wee. Ooh. I gotta put that Frank Ocean, look, Frank Ocean dropped some great music though. I'm not even gonna hold. He dropped some great music. Now, mind you, I gotta give me grace on that end because it's for me, it's about the music first. All right. I give passes to talent. I give passes to talented people. That's how I am. Kind of messed up, but just that's just what it is. Hopefully everybody's straight. Make sure my spelling is right. Got my donations at the bottom. Oh man. We'll let it warm up a little bit. We'll let it warm up before I go completely in because I already know people have told me that I am shadow banned. So I I'll be I'm cognizant of that. I'm very aware of that. Hold up, let me see if it can follow my finger. Look what you see up here. Yeah. But we'll let it warm up a little bit before I go in. We'll let it warm up. Yeah, people have told me I'm shadow banned already. Makes no sense, but this is what they're telling me. This is what they're telling me. Make sure it's the audio good. All right. Yep. Just had to make a good test real quick. Just had to make sure. But yep, this is it. This is something that I was planning for a little while now. I was planning to do this for a little while. We got the mental health stream, whether or not it's a scam, whether it's real, why people are claiming it. We got to go through it. We got to have this talk. We've got to have this talk. If you see, if you catch the thumbnail, um, that's Instagram model Abby Burner. People, you guys should know. I chose the one of the more popular ones. Hopefully, you see who that is. And when we talk about this whole mental health crisis, who are the real culprits, and who should who we should really be focusing on? Basically, let's see. I'll wait for one or two more people to come in. Here we go. This will be my bootleg monitor. I don't want to put on my thing up top yet. Not yet. On a different tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or the day after next, I'll test that out. Hopefully that doesn't take up too much power in my in my room, but we'll see. We shall see. Oh man. So we'll start by warming up. We'll warm this thing up a little bit. I should have added a little bit more banners. This is like my third day, second or third day using StreamYard. So let's see if let me edit something real quick. Let's go. Let's see what happens if I put this up here. Show. Oh, there we go. But nah, that's not what I want up there. That's just a Donny Hathaway lyric. Just a Donny Hathaway lyric. But yeah, anybody in the chat, make yourself heard. We'll be reading everything in the chat, all your questions, all that. So yeah, we will be doing that. Let's see here. Wow, we're gonna hide this. Let's open up the comments. Show. Whoa. Oh. Oh, okay. So I can actually highlight the comments. Oh, this is why. This is why it's easier for people to use StreamYard. But here we go. The mental health crisis stream. Okay. We will be going over the definitions. We're going to be going over borderline personality disorder, bipolar personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. Um, who's that? Where is this stuff coming from? Why is this being pushed on us? The world may never know, but I already know. But hopefully that doesn't get my stream taken down. But this is why we're doing the show today. I see one person in the chat. If you feel free, post a comment, make sure is my spelling okay, make sure, hopefully everything's all right on my end. Hopefully the audio's good. If I got to be louder, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we're all good on my end. Just hit one in the chat if my audio's good. If my audio's good. Here we go. Just when I said audio, my thing started beeping. All right. So let's share screen. Let's give you a inside look in my Instagram. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. So let's get an inside look on my Instagram real quick. And please be patient with me because this is my second time using StreamYard. I did a test stream the other day. So please bear with me. Please bear with me. But this is the mental health crisis scam show. Okay. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Give you insight in my Instagram. I got a couple things saved. I want you to see and hear a couple things. Hopefully, you guys are not following the people that I'm following. Nah, feel free. But right here, when we talk about the mental health crisis, I always think about the 304s that I see on Instagram, right? So you know what? Before I even go on this is one of the main reasons why I believe this is the mental health crisis thing is a scam. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, let me show you something. Let me give a shout out to her real quick. Let me give you a shout out to her. Let me give you a shout out to her. Hold on for a second. This right here. This person right here. This is a free promotion I'm giving her. This is somebody I've been following on Instagram since high school. Okay. I will say this low key, when it comes to this RP stuff, this red pill stuff, she was one of the first people she was one of the first honest people I've seen on Instagram. Meaning, most of her stuff she doesn't post pictures of herself. She only posts some of the stuff just on her story and whatnot. She was one of the first people that was honest, basically saying, you know what? All I do is date street ninjas. I get my heart broken, but this is my choice. This is my path. This is what I choose, and nobody's gonna take me off my path. And when you would ask her a question, she would literally say, "Yeah, we delusional. This is what we do." This is one of the first people that was honest and really put me on to game because there'll be certain women in my life, they'll act crazy. Then she would repost a meme, and I'm like, "Oh, that's why." This is one of the first people. This was around 2013 or 2014. This is one of so if you want to give her a follow, because she used to have people don't know this about her. She had a Instagram account just called Bink 304. And and she had about I think 300,000, 400,000 subscribers. And mind you, she didn't post no pictures of her body. She didn't post no pictures of her body. It was just all memes, and two pictures of her face here and there. No bikini pics, mind you. She only did that like on her stories. This is one of the first people that kind of RP'd me. I just had no idea. So let me just give her shout out real quick. But let me bring up something. This is why I believe this is when you're hearing ladies particularly talking about this push to go to therapy. This is why this is one of the main reasons why right here. This is a very popular page. And do not be surprised if the woman in your life, whether it be your girlfriend, your therapist, this is a very popular uh therapy page, right? I want you to look at the title. It says, "Please call my therapist." This is the Instagram page. A lot of women follow this page. They won't tell you this, but they follow this. Trust me. Trust me. They know about this page. Watch this. The bio says your therapist's favorite meme page. They're not lying about this. Now, mind you, if you check out this page, it's just pure misandry, pure man hating the whole time. Now, mind you, I'm talking about you check out this page. If you check out this page, it's just pure misandry, the whole page. Oh, shout out to you, Pyro. Shout out to you, Pyro. Oh yeah, man. And Adi, thank you. Thank you for tuning in as well. Thank you for tuning in as well. I'm sorry. I saw it earlier, but I just had to give a shout out to somebody earlier. This page I've been paying attention to because it's been popping up on my algorithm earlier this year. And I did a couple shows covering this page. Some of the memes that have gone viral on this page. This page right here, a lot of women follow this page. Mind you, it's that same mindset. Meaning, oh, why don't you go to therapy? You need to go to therapy. Blah blah blah. Blah. When you look at this meme page, this is supposed to be something where basically supposed to be something where people that are pro therapy come to this page. And it's literally when you look at the page, it's all misandry. All of this. I can just click on a random, just a random one. And basically it's just all of it is basically centered around men problems. It's basically centered around men problems. Here we go. Let's just pick one out randomly. Pick you up around 1:45. Usually we got nothing to do. Pick you up around 1:45. Just two friends hanging, knowing one is severely traumatized by her ex and the other loves a man but is standing on business. Now, mind you, this page is popular because they're bringing all this stuff that we've talked about and they're basically exposing how they think and basically showing that we've been right this whole time. Oh man. Oh man. I gotta find other ones though. Because I remember I saved a couple ones, but I just wanted to bring up this page specifically. This page is very popular. Do not think that people are not following this page. You know what I'm saying? The feminine urge to be tied up with Christmas lights since I'm the light of his life anyways. Yay. But like, yeah, do not like it's not even just it's not even it's it's not just pages like this. You got Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle. You have, yeah, Miss Shireen 07, who I don't actually really mind that much, to be honest with you. You got Miss Cynthia G, but she got thankfully she got demonetized and off because she was literally preaching genocide, but she really impacted the lives of many women. So we have to be careful of that in the future. But there are people like this on Instagram via TikTok mostly, but you know, Instagram, TikTok, it kind of intertwines. Instagram steals a lot of TikTok's model and content. So you got to be careful of this. There's a lot of pages like this, right? Mind you, a whole page full of misandry. I mean, I've seen videos on here talking about finessing dudes. You know what I'm saying? Why they gotta finesse dudes. I'm talking about just pure misandry. And then right up top, talking about your therapist's favorite meme page. This is why I don't trust therapists. You know what I'm saying? So let me read some of the chats here. Yeah, you can check out the page yourself. You can anybody that has Instagram, you can check out the page yourself. It's just pure misandry, the whole page. The whole page. Don't just you don't have to take my word for it. You can check it out yourself. Like I promise you. I promise you. It's just pure man hating, pure misandry, right? That's just one example, okay? So right here, these will be the same people. We talking about mental health crisis. Now, what people need to understand, mental health, this push to therapy, this whole push is almost like you'll make a point. You'll see this a lot. You'll probably see in the comment section, or you'll see somebody talking to women. It'll be a man making a point to a woman, and then basically because they can't dispute his facts, you'll hear them say this: you've been through trauma. You need therapy. So now therapy is the new you need Jesus. It's the like back in the days where it's like when you're talking to like the religious people and you're just challenging thought. You're just challenging thought. That's all. You're not disrespecting the religion. You're just challenging thought, or you're just challenging what they know, right? Put that in quotation marks, and they'll just be like, "You need Jesus. You need Jesus." That's like Christians. Like Christians love to do that. You know what I'm saying? So now this therapy is the new. You need therapy is the new. You need Jesus. Okay, this is something that this is the new religion, and this is all intertwined, with the witchcraft, with the you know what I'm saying, with the crystal stuff, all of that is all intertwined. Okay, so we must be cognizant of that. Hold on for a sec. Hold on for a second. Hopefully, I can bring up some of these videos. The only problem is I did not follow Pyro's advice. I did not download Opera, and I did not put this stream on Safari, which I should have. But that's on me. That's on me. I'm gonna show you a couple of things I saved on here. I just hope it just doesn't freeze up, like you know what I'm saying. But you know what? Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm gonna open up the videos in Safari. Since this is one of my first times using um, StreamYard. Let me bring up some of these videos because I don't know, maybe it's just me because I really pay attention to the I really pay attention to the algorithm, my algorithm, people's algorithm with my nosy ass. Sometimes I just be like, so you getting those same videos too? It's just a push of mental health, or I remember seeing a video This is how I know this whole therapy thing is a scam. It's like I saw a video, Caucasian woman. Well, she was clearly bluish. Let me just say it like that. She was clearly bluish, if you catch my drift. She was very bluish. Uh, it was basically her making fun of men for not wanting to go to therapy. And this is where you can tell this is just something they're using the therapy or this whole mental health crisis thing as a weapon, mostly towards men, in my opinion. But this is something that they're using as a weapon, and I do not like this. I do not like this. Let me see if I can bring these videos up. Hopefully, if I open these videos up in Safari, it won't be a biggie. What I got to start doing is I got to start downloading these videos pre-show, and this will make the show go a lot smoother. I'm gonna start downloading these videos pre-show. Before I show you my number one examples on the mental health crisis, um, I'm gonna show you a couple videos I have saved up, just in general, just in general. Um, I just want to show you guys a little something real quick, because I've been seeing a couple videos pop up, and I might use these videos as a show later on. But I want you to see a couple of things. I want to show you something real quick. I want to show you what happens when you're listening to Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle too much. You know what I'm saying? If you're listening to these people, your homegirls giving you these terrible dating advice. And the thing is, a lot of women, especially in today's age, have massive opportunity to monetize themselves, whether positively or negatively. They can put themselves in rooms that men will dream of, and they're only in those rooms because just for existing. And instead of parlaying it and actually doing good with that opportunity, because at the end of the day, it's your body, your choice, right? Oh, what's up, AJ? I see you in there. It's your body, your choice. You don't have to sleep with these guys. If you can display a talent, like when you look at Ice Spice, even though she clearly slept with somebody to get to where she had to go to, she parlayed whatever her vision was to the guy that she was with, and she blew up. And look where she's at. Look at the money that she's getting. But a lot of women, they get in these spaces where it's just like, wow, how do you even get in a chance to be in front of this guy? And the first thing they go to do is scamming. It's that scam mentality. That is the first thing that they go to. So let me show you a video real quick. I'm gonna show you some of these videos I got. Let me show you some of these videos I have. But be patient with me on the sharing screen because I'm now gonna have to share these videos on a different browser. Let's see if I can share the entire window. Can I do that? Yes, I can. There we go. Let's go. Here we go. Hopefully everything pops up. Um Everything should be popped up right now. I got a bit of a delay on my phone. Oh, it's not popping up. The window it's not popping up. It's not popping up. Okay, good thing I got my phone to see it. I would have been looking stupid. I've been looking real dumb, right, real quick. Oh man. Okay, I would have been looking real dumb. Good thing I figured that out. We're gonna have to do it the old fashioned way. We're gonna have to do it the old fashioned way. It's just I know it's just gonna freeze like a motherfucker if I pull it up in Chrome, but We'll watch it through Chrome because I got a couple of videos before I show you my main ones because I just saw the this girl had the opportunity of a lifetime. I don't know who the guy is. I don't know if he's a rapper, entertainer, probably a Twitch streamer, one of these Twitch streamers I don't know about. But you have the opportunity to be in front of a man with means, a man with opportunities. It's not even just about, oh, I gotta F this guy. You could literally just network with this guy and parlay that to do something else. And she went straight to scamming. Let's see here. Share screen. Man. Oh, hold on for a second. I got so much tabs up here. This is why I think my screen is messing up. I got so much unnecessary stuff that I had open. Okay. Hopefully my stuff doesn't freeze. But here we have this video here. Basically, she just embarrasses, just she's just so embarrassing. But here you have one of those dating shows when it's like 3,000 women coming to interview one like high value dude or a YouTuber. So she tries to get to know him and she pulls out the do you travel card. Let's take a listen.
Huh?
You like to travel, like overseas?
Yeah.
But like, where you like to go?
Germany.
Germany? What you like about Germany? Snow Beach.
Oh, I ain't like that response, bro. I ain't gonna tell you. I love Germany.
Well, what you be doing over there?
Living.
Living?
Why you shake your head like that? Germany, though.
I don't know. I'm just not. I like Turks and Caicos, like beaches.
What
Jamaica.
nigga took you there?
I'll just be over there.
Hey, I just how much it cost?
When I was over there?
Yeah.
Like the whole trip?
No, how much your flight cost?
It depends. Like,
no, how much did your flight that you bought cost?
Oh, to where?
Turks and Caicos.
Like 1,000.
You're just guessing because you just rolled your eyes and said like 1,000.
Why are you worried about that? You gonna pay for me?
Nah, I'm just saying. I just don't like liars. She said
I'm not lying.
I didn't go in there
because I'm just trying to see what you know.
I know a lot.
Okay, me too.
So she ain't go to Turks.
Nah, she went to Turks.
I may or may not.
But I don't think she paid for it. Is what I'm saying.
I may or may not have paid. I may or not pay.
Yeah, I don't trust it. So it's up to her. She yes or no. Me personally, I don't trust it.
You don't trust me?
No.
Why?
You just up here capping.
I'm not lying.
You just capping.
Whatever. I guess we're not gonna go on the trip because I'm gonna tell you if I like you on the trip. But.
So you want me to take you on a trip to tell me if you like? What would you say?
I was gonna tell you on the trip.
Chill out, baby.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. Our women are, oh my God.
What else? You like
Embarrassing. Just embarrassing. You know what our mental health crisis is? These ladies are not suffering from BPD. They're not I'm telling you. This right here is narcissistic personality disorder in full frame. And I'm going to show you these definitions in a minute. This girl here, dog, is like you have the opportunity to just have a conversation. All she had to be was nice. Literally, that's all she had to be was nice. And it's literally like, it'll be like in one of these shows, that's all it takes. All the girl has to be is nice and humble. And that girl will literally stand out from all the girls. It'll be like one girl that'll be like humble and nice, and she'll stand out, and you'll have all the dudes just simping over the girl in the comments. And I'll just roll my eyes, but that's literally that's all it takes. And yet they just can't help themselves. The first thing he says, this content creator says, how about Germany? Now, mind you, Germany is his home country. This is how big of an idiot this girl is. She's dissing the spot because, oh, we don't got no beaches. First of all, that's idiotic. Connecticut has beaches. Oh God. Anyway, when she already automatically said that and goes straight into, oh, you've been to Turk and Caicos, the trendy Instagram places. As soon as she did that, she don't even realize the man in his head, he was like, no. Like, when will men get their credit for being able to be like people don't realize men will make their decision just like that. They'll just talk to the woman, and as soon as she opens her mouth, the dude will be like, okay, let me just get this pussy and get the fuck out of here. Let me just see if I can just finesse this pussy real quick and then just get away from her. Like, men will make that decision right there, literally, like just like that, and I don't know why they don't notice, but let's analyze this a little bit.
Travel?
Huh?
You like to travel, like overseas?
Yeah.
Yeah, if a woman already asking you, do you like to travel, that's already automatic red flag, because let's keep it a bug, guys. Most of these girls that you see on IG flexing where they traveling, they did not pay for it. Let's keep it a buck, and I don't want to hear ladies, well, no. They be 22, 23, 24 traveling. I'd be like, who paid for it? Let's keep it a stack, man. Let's start keeping things a buck.
But like, where you like to go?
Germany.
Germany? Mm-mm. What you like about Germany? Snow Beach.
Oh, I ain't like that response. Bro.
Idiotic. You know all she had to do right there? All she had to do now, I all she had to do was, I don't know what it's like in Germany. That's all she had to say. And she could have literally played this dude. She could have literally been like, man, or she could have been like, if she was actually genuine, she'd have been like, I heard a lot of about soccer and stuff like that. I've never been to a soccer game, and his eyes would have lit up. Like like, bruh. When you see like this behavior right here is that's his hometown, mind you. This is his hometown. His home country.
I love Germany.
Wait, what you be doing over there?
Living. Why you shake your head like that? Germany though.
I don't know. I'm just not. I like Turks and Caicos, like
When-
beaches.
when niggas-
Jamaica.
Now, either she's lying, and I think I'm gonna lean towards this. I think she's lying, meaning that bitch ain't been nowhere. That bitch, and she just used that as this is the more trendiest places that I know. But if she's not lying and she has been to Turks and Caicos, I think, even though I think she's lying, she did not pay for it. She did not pay for that trip. She did not pay for that trip. That's why I'm leaning on she's lying. She's lying. She ain't never been to no Turks and Caicos.
What nigga took you there?
I'll just be over there.
Hey,
I just be over there. This is where I think she's lying. Now she's lying, because it's either, oh yeah, somebody flew me out, or oh, I went myself. I paid this. Blah blah blah. It's very the conversation is very simple.
Yeah,
I just
how much it cost?
when I was over there.
Yeah.
Like the whole trip.
No, how much
She's stalling.
the flight cost?
It depends. Like
No, how much did your flight that you bought cost?
So this is the problem when you're lying like this. When you lying, but let me just let this play. This is the problem with, there's also this is why I brought this clip up, and I'm probably gonna do a episode on this later on in life. There's this thing that I've been seeing where ladies are advising other ladies this. Basically, you have to set your price like this, like you're this. So even if you lie, basically they even said, even if you lied about where you usually travel, just do that. So that's the standard that the man thinks that you gotta meet, and somebody's gonna meet it. Now, that will work for some, but for most women, that's you're ruining their life by giving this advice. You're ruining their prospects. A girl like this can find a guy. Now, she's not gonna, I don't know what she thinks. She thinks she's gonna find some baller. Looking at her, nah, you ain't gonna find no baller like that. But what she thinks she deserves, she like you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, she got that straggle look, so she's only going for ninjas only. So it might be too late for her to clean herself up. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, let me look at one of these comments. Yeah, first of all, as soon Pyro, you're right. Because as soon as she said, "Oh, travel," ninjas, especially nowadays, ninjas is like, all right, what's her angle? What's her angle? As soon as she's talking about traveling, bitch, what you James Harden or something? Anyway,
Oh, so where?
Turks and Caicos.
Like 1,000.
You just get
she goes like 1,000. Now, if you paid for it, you already know how much it costs. Even if she did, even if she didn't pay for it, you will know how much it costs because he would have to pay for the sugar daddy would have had to pay for your ticket. So unfortunately, she came on a show where she could have just been nice. All she had to be was nice. And it's not just, okay, just be nice. He's gonna get you. No, there's other men watching. Men are watching. There are other men that are behind the scenes that's working behind the scenes in the entertainment industry that's watching this stuff. There's other men watching this. There's people watching this. There's other girls watching this, right? And now he can't even consider you cool. He might even, you know what, you're a nice person, but I got somebody right now. Let me introduce you to somebody else. Yeah, and she ruins opportunity of a lifetime, which she had no skills to even be there. And she uses that opportunity of a lifetime to run that sprinkle ish, you know, to run that sprinkle playbook. And now she's shit out of luck. Shit out of luck. Because she already put herself in a category where now if men even see her in public, they're like, oh, you you know what I'm saying?
because you just rolled your eyes and said like 1,000.
Why are you worried about that? You gonna pay it for me?
Nah, I'm just
See, this is where the straggle, she couldn't hold the straggle in. The straggle demon came out.
saying I just don't like liars. She said
I'm not lying.
I didn't go in
because
there.
I'm just trying to see what you know.
I know a lot.
Okay, me too.
So she ain't go to Turks.
Nah, she went to
may or
Turks,
may not.
but I don't think she paid for it. Is what I'm saying.
I may or may not have paid. I may or not pay.
Yeah,
First of all, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going no Turks. Farthest she probably been to is Jamaica, and I don't even think she been to Jamaica. She ain't going to no goddamn.
I don't trust it. So it's either her, she yes or no me. Me personally, I don't trust it.
You don't trust me?
No.
Why?
You
That's
just up here capping.
I'm not lying.
You just
Whenever you hear a girl say, "I'm not lying," it seems like every girl of every race literally says, "I'm not lying" in that same voice, that exact same voice. No matter if it's a strag, no matter it's a white bitch, no matter if it's a Spanish 304, they always sound the same when they say, "I'm not lying." They always, it's the same tone, bro. And he's like, "Yeah, you capping."
capping.
Whatever. I guess we're not gonna go on the trip because I'm gonna tell you if I like you on the trip. But
So you want me to take you on a trip to tell me if you like? What would you say?
I was gonna
All
tell
right,
you on
baby.
the trip.
Chill out, baby.
Idiotic.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Funny thing is that Kevin Samuels clip, I actually watched where that came from. I forgot what happened. It was like it was one of the mammies that came that called through, and she I don't know, I think she had like 3 kids or 2 kids, and talking about she like her story was crazy, bro. I was just like, wow. That's one of the older Kevin Samuel videos. Well, not older. That was like 2021. But yeah, I got more for you real quick before I go to the main. Oh no, I don't. No, I do not. Let's go to the main videos real quick. Okay, let's go to the main videos real quick. When we talk about the real mental health crisis that we have, is what we have right here. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Narcissistic. We have right here, because I did this the other night with Pyro, so I'm gonna keep it. I gotta keep it short. I gotta keep it short. So right here we have narcissistic personality disorder. Okay, this is what I believe a lot of women have. I believe most women have this. And the reason why I believe most women have this is because in the definition of narcissistic personality disorder, they said this is something that is mostly diagnosed with for men. Now, I'm going to read you the definition of narcissistic personality disorder, and I want you to be honest. Does that sound like the average man or the average woman? Okay, right here. Narcissistic personality disorder. A disorder in which a person has an inflated sense of self-importance. Narcissistic personality disorder is found more commonly in men. Now, right there, my antennas go up when I see that. Why? Then you're like, wait, it's found more commonly in men. Let me keep reading this. Now let's keep reading this. The cause is unknown, but likely involves a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. Now, pay attention to this. Symptoms include an excessive need for admiration, disregard for others' feelings, an inability to handle any criticism, and a sense of entitlement. The disorder needs to be diagnosed by a professional. Treatment involves talk therapy. Now, mind you, you heard that right here. What are the 9 symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder? Number 1, sense of self-importance. Number 2, preoccupation with power, beauty, or success. Now, for it to say power, beauty, or success, that does not sound like a man. Anyway, entitled, number 3. Number 4, can only be around people who are important or special. Clout chasing. Number 5, I believe. Interpersonally exploitative for their own gain. Basically interpersonally exploited for their own gain. That sounds like child support. But anyways, number 6, arrogant. Number 7, 8, lack of empathy. I already messed up on the numbers. Arrogant, lack of empathy. And the last symptom, must be admired. Now, these symptoms that I named to you, does that sound like the average woman or does that sound like the average man? Now, I can tell the men that have been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, these are clearly men of power. Like the symptoms right here, where she's talking about, oh, it's mostly diagnosed in men, but it's rare. What you see here, it says rare, rarely diagnosed. Interesting, rarely diagnosed, because let's keep it a buck. This is probably, it's mostly women bringing their husbands or their boyfriends to the rapists, right? We call them therapists. They bring them to these therapists and they diagnose them with this. Or one of those rich men, they go to therapy because they can afford it. They go there and they just try to see what's up with them. And they're generally looking for help. And you got this middle-aged Caucasian female therapist that really doesn't know nothing about nothing is looking at that man's status, that looking at that man's money and just saying, "Oh, you have narcissistic personality disorder." But when I just list you the symptoms, this is basically all the symptoms that I laid out for you is the average Instagram model. Oh man, I think did I share I didn't even share the screen. Sorry, my bad. Hold on for a sec, guys. Let me share this. I did not share the screen. That's embarrassing. So basically, let me read out the symptoms again. The 9 symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder: sense of self-importance, preoccupation of power, beauty, or success, entitlement, can only be around people who are important or special, interpersonally exploitative for their own gain, arrogant, lack empathy, must be admired. That does not sound like the average man. That does not sound like the average man. And right here, since I actually have my screen shared this time, this is why I gotta put my next time I'm putting my monitor on. So I'm making sure I'm messing up. So right here, I already showed you the definition right here. It says rare, fewer than 200,000 US cases per year. Now watch this. One thing I am noticing, let me see, bipolar personality. No, let me search up borderline personality disorder. One thing I am seeing in this TikTok age, right? Is a lot of self-diagnosing women, young women mostly, and millennial women, women in their 40s, early 40s, late 30s. A lot of Gen Z women and Gen Alpha women basically self-diagnosing themselves. Oh, I'm autistic. It's a whole bunch of young girls now saying that they're autistic. It's crazy. And basically diagnosing themselves mostly with borderline personality disorder, BPD. This is what they like to claim that they have. And I believe this is cap. And the reason why I believe this is cap, right here, very common. They say this is a very common diagnosis. So this is clearly something that it's almost like when a doctor gives a man with a stomach problem, oh, you have IBS. No. It's clearly there's something. We got to get to the root. We got to get to the root of the problem. We got to get to the root of the problem. I believe it's a lazy diagnosis, BPD. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but from the behavior that I see exhibited, I believe this is a lazy diagnosis right here, because it's very vague and it's something that I believe ladies have used it to stand on it, basically to excuse them from their poor behavior or their outbursts. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Oh, I see Laura in the chat. Gem Power, I see you. What's up? Yeah, couples therapy. Yeah. Yeah. About we'll go into that, and probably, I don't know if in this stream, but on another time. I can go in on that. But right here, I'll show you the borderline personality disorder. The definition, it says a mental disorder characterized by unstable moods, behavior, and relationships. The cause of borderline personality disorder isn't well understood. Diagnosis is made based on symptoms. Symptoms include emotional instability, feelings of worthlessness, insecurity, impulsivity, and impaired social relationships. Treatments include talk therapy or, in some cases, medications. Hospitalization helps if symptoms are severe. Like I said, if you look just off that definition alone, it's something that almost like how women will grab onto the zodiac signs. This is something like that. It's a very vague. That's a very vague diagnosis. You know what I'm saying? That's a very vague diagnosis. Even bipolar. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna bring up bipolar because it's even though it's not the same as borderline personality disorder, but it's when women say that they have BPD, this is what they mean, borderline personality disorder. This is what they're talking about. Right here. People with BPD are often on edge. They have high distress and anger levels, so they may be easily offended. They struggle with beliefs and thoughts about themselves and others, which can cause distress in many areas of their life. People living with BPD often have an intense fear of instability and abandonment. And when you look at the treatment, it says treatment can help, but this condition can't be cured. Chronic, can last for years or be lifelong. Now, the reason I believe, right? And right here, this man is right here. It says, what is borderline personality disorder? Borderline personality disorder is a mental illness that severely impacts a person's ability to manage their emotions. So if your girl is having a meltdown, whatever, doing whatever, doing what she do, she could lean back on this. And I've seen women do this, lean back on this and say, oh, I have this. This is why this happens. And really, it gives them an excuse not to change because according to the definition, there's really no treatment for it except for talk therapy. And that's just an emotional playground. That's what therapy ends up turning into, especially like there's literally a black female therapist that literally came out and said like she would have women clients and she would have a lot of her women clients literally stop seeing her once she asks them to start taking accountability. So it just shows you it just shows you what therapy really is, what this really is. It's a scam. Now, the reason why people stand on BPD and not NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, is this. When you look at it's a narcissistic personality disorder has a very strong definition. So much so, they say, oh, it's common in men. It's common in men. Oh, man, this is mostly men have this. Oh, really? Let me look at the definition. The mental disorder includes an unreasonably high sense of importance, a need for excessive admiration, fragile self-esteem, and let me keep reading this. Let me open this up real quick. let me open this up real quick. Let me open this up. An unreasonably high sense of their own importance. When you look at the symptoms, the definition of narcissistic personality disorder, it's a strong definition. That's a strong accusation. If anybody that looked at my recent narcissistic personality disorder video, dropped it a couple of days ago, just look at the comments. Women were already like, no, I don't have that. Oh, I don't got that. It's a strong definition. That's a strong definition. That's a strong accusation. So much so they're like, nah, men have that. That's how you know. That's how you know. This is going to be my theme for this year. Narcissistic personality disorder. Men need to start calling this out in women because I'm getting tired of these Instagram pages. I've done videos on this where it'll be girls literally having their whole Instagram page calling men narcissists. Meanwhile, it'll be the same female that will literally have a whole Instagram page of her literally admiring herself, just selfies, all of like every day, her admiring herself, her worshiping herself. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example right here. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Hopefully, oh my God, I know I saved this. Come on, I know I saved this. Here we go, right here. I don't know if you've seen this. This was this lady here. Mind you, I don't really have I don't have a problem with what she said, but I'm bringing this up a point. She's going to explain why she likes getting trains ran on her. Yes, you heard me right. She wanted to just admit it, like she just wanted to let it out. And her reasoning behind this of loving this lifestyle is a bit interesting. It's interesting when you hear the language that she uses. The language that she uses on why she likes getting slutted out.
Yes, I like being ran. Yes, I like gang bangs. I like being manhandled by several different men at once. If you want to call it being ran, you call it whatever the fuck you want. I'm sexually liberated and I'm a goddess and I deserve to have hands all over my body.
Right. I like it.
So already she said, I am a goddess. I deserve to have blah, blah, blah. I deserve this. I am a queen, right? These terms. Now, mind you, according to narcissistic personality disorder, I've heard many women say this about themselves. Many of women who said this about themselves. But apparently, men are diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, and it's a rare diagnosis. Really interesting. I've never really heard a whole lot of men, except for even I'm talking about even the highest ranking of men don't even talk about themselves like this. Like the closest I've heard was Jonathan Majors when he's like, I am a great man. I am a great man. But really in that speech, he was just telling his hoe to be better. But let's continue.
Deserve to be worshipped. Like, why not? I deserve that attention.
She said, I deserve to be worshipped. I deserve to be worshipped. But we're the narcissist, right? We're the narcissist. We're the ones with NPD. We it's us. I don't even hear, bruh. When you hear, first of all, here's the thing. When you hear a girl calling a dude a narcissist, number one, she's one herself. Number two, most of the time, he's not a narcissist. And he just peeps game early on her. And he plays with her. And really, his ability to peep who she really is actually turns her on. Actually, she's intrigued by that guy, that he doesn't worship her. But it ends up blowing up in her face when she doesn't end up the winner of the situation. Okay. Let me look at some of these chats, make sure I'm not missing nothing. Oh, you said you saw all her videos, Pyro. You said so. I've never really checked her out, but I'm literally like, this girl is a narcissist to like the umph degree. Like, this is pure narcissist. And I'm not saying, look, if you want to get trains ran on you, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's on her. You know, that's not my point. I'm just saying this, the language. Well, okay. So Gems Power, you said you heard the Sim said I like that. I think he means that he likes her being honest about what she is, and you know, I rather her be honest. But the language that she uses, talking about I deserve to be worshipped, I deserve this, I am a goddess. These terms, these terms concern me more than I want to get a train ran on them. Honestly, words like I deserve to be worshipped, these terms kind of scare me more than the train thing, because like I said, a lot of like if we're getting into the sex conversation, women just like to be dominated. That's just what it is. That doesn't concern me. What concerns me is the language of what she's saying. I deserve to be worshipped. That's just weird. That's just weird. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird. But I believe a lot of women think this way. Like, if you're not kissing her ass, if you don't say hi to her at work with that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You don't say hi to her at work. You know what I mean? I've had to deal with that issue. Oh my God. You don't say hi to her at the job. You don't do this. You don't give her attention. You know what I mean? It's a problem. You said, is that a P star? She probably is. She probably has OnlyFans, you know. She probably has OnlyFans. Let's continue. Let's go through more of the examples that I had saved up, because I have a whole lot of videos containing these narcissists, right? The myth of women's intuition, right? The myth of women's intuition. I think that's just something that we gave. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, because I've met women that have very strong intuition, but they don't brag about it. They just have it. And that's what I believe. If your talent is really what it is going to show. That's what I believe. Hold on for a second. So Gem Power, you said you guys saw that Twitter post of this black chick turning 18. She had a cake saying legal on it over her ass and lingerie. Well, okay. You know what? Before we even get into that, Gem Power, let me address that, because I didn't see it, but let me address that real quick. Let me stop sharing. Let me put this on me real quick. When it comes to, unfortunately, I don't know what race you are, Gem Power, but when it comes to black women or black girls, right? Unfortunately, they start young sexually, right? You said it's a popular post on Twitter. I might end up running across it. Or you're Palestinian? Okay. Are you living in America right now? Are you living in America right now? You don't have to put like the state that you live in, but are you living in America right now? Before I answer your question, because I gotta. I grew up in America. Okay. So you already know. So you should already know. Black girls start young, like really young sexually. So they start. So yeah, the black women that you saw in high school that were 14, 15, a lot of them were already messing with drug dealers I'm talking about 14, 15, and even younger. I've had a girl literally tell me. This. I wish I screenshotted these DMs. She literally said, I knew I liked grown men by the time I was 13. Now, take with that what you will. This is somebody I know. So that means she already been in the streets. That means for you to even have to make a decision like that at 13, that means, and when you talk, especially when you talk about the hood, black girls in the hood, they start really young. Like when we talk about sex and stuff like that, and white, you know, all the races too in America too, they start a lot younger than people give credit for. but especially when you're talking about in the hood, they start really young. Like it's really sad actually. You know, I don't even like talking about it. You say, yeah, I had a girl in my freshman class with a 18-year-old. Yeah, everybody had that. Like, I'll say this across all races, um, I'll say this when it comes to when girls lost their virginity. In my case, most of the girls that I know, they said they lost their virginity at 13. 13. So, yeah, I'm that's me. This is what I keep hearing. I keep hearing 13, right? I remember they show like a graph, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I remember they showed a graph, and basically they show like the average American woman and their virginity, right? And basically after age 16, literally half of them had already lost their virginity by 16. And by the time she hits college, it's a wrap. by the time she hits college, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to if you're because I didn't watch the video that you're talking about, but that wouldn't surprise me because if she did, you know, for her to drop a video like that, if what you say is true, that means she's been in these streets for a while, like a while. And when I mean for a while, like a good minute, for a good minute. And I'm afraid to say the age because I saw like a TikTok. I saw like a TikTok of a girl. She said she had her kid at 9, dog. I'm sorry, at 10. And now it was either 9 or 10. And I was just like, bruh. It was a mud shark too. It was a mud shark girl. It was a mud shark. But she said this is the stuff that happens in the community. Oh, Reaper Rel, salute to you too, brother. But yeah, we just going over the mental health crisis. And by the way, let me give you another tip on this whole mental health stuff. It's funny how they can't make the correlation between body count for women and mental health. And they don't understand how that if you're meeting a chick that's mentally not well, it's 99% chance that she has a tremendously high body count. It's all correlated. It's all correlated. They don't want to admit this, but it's all correlated. Most women with high body counts are not mentally well. The easiest example I can give is a prostitute. Look at the average prostitute. Have you talked to I'm talking about an actual hooker? If you ever talk to a hooker or a stripper, right? But I'll say if you can just talk to a hooker. Their body count, I'm talking about, is something out of this world. You wouldn't even believe the number. And they're mentally not well. It's all correlated. It's all correlated, you know. He said she made a 4-shot model set kind of post. Like I said, like I already know, and I already know by the time, especially when we're talking about OnlyFans, women will tell you, if you ask them, they'll literally say, I've been waiting to have an OnlyFans ever since I was 14, or they'll literally say, I've been wanting to do porn since I was 13, 12. You know, the girls that wait, what? You said Reaper Rails, you said Kevin Hart's wife has confirmed she's going on tour with Cat Williams. You mean his ex-wife? You mean his ex-wife? Not his current wife. You mean Kevin Hart's ex-wife, right? He said, what do you call hood white dudes who sound black? Confused. His ex-wife. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm like, not his wife. not his wife right now. Because yeah, Kevin Hart's ex-wife is a comedian. His first wife is a comedian. He said, I know the white girls are mud sharks. Yeah, those girls, they're confused. When I see like white dudes doing certain, like, people used to get mad at me in middle school because there was this white dude. We used to kind of go back and forth at each other, but it was all good. Because I actually love that guy. But I'll every time he started talking, he was like, because he was a pure white boy, but he would try to incorporate slang. But he was kind of on the Jack Harlow side, but he didn't have long hair like that. But I would poke at him. I'd be like, as soon as he starts talking, I'll be like, oh, here we go. He was 1 year younger than me. He was 1 year. He was what I used to poke fun at this dude, man. I miss that guy. That guy was kind of funny. Man, this was back in the middle school days when, because people don't understand, like me and Cat Williams have a similar story. Like, people don't, like, when I was in middle school, I was this height. I was 5'7". I was basically the same height in middle school. But I've been 5'7" ever since. So I used to be able to do stuff like that. The guy was taller than me though, by a little bit, but he was from Fairfield. And people would be like, because in middle school, because most of my life I've been in school in the suburbs, but in middle school, it wasn't the hood, but I went to a magnet school with a lot of hood dudes, right? It's really mixed. A lot of people in I'm not gonna say the city, but they would be surprised. Like, it'll be Fairfield dudes that end up meeting with us, or people from Trumbull. They'll be surprised that I know how Caucasians work. They'd be shocked. They'd be like, "Oh, no, I know what you're doing." I used to really go in on that. I used to really troll. Like, people don't understand. Like, I used to troll Caucasian women just for the fun of it. Like, this is during a time where I could get in trouble for doing stuff like this. Oh, Reaper, you from Connecticut too? You went to Wilton. Yeah, Wilton is very racist. I'm sorry. Richfield, Wilton. You a bully? Nah, I wasn't a bully. I was just a troll. I'm still kind of that way, but now I'll say in Connecticut. Now I'm from Brooklyn, but I was in a boarding type program. Oh, okay, but yeah, in Connecticut, Wilton is very, very, very racist. I've experienced it. Yeah, Wilton, Richfield. I'm trying to think, and I'll say this: Greenwich is not as bad as people make it out to be in terms of the people from there. The Greenwich kids, even like, they're not as snobby as people think. It's like you'll meet up with one of these people, right? You'll meet up with one of these Greenwich people, and what will happen is they'll be nice as hell, and then you'll find out who their parents are. Is like, oh yeah, by the way, I got like 2 Ferraris in the garage, and I got turf in my backyard. Nah, that you'll be like, oh yeah, it's just their parents happen to be like freaking like Fortune 200. What's that list? Forbes 200 list. You'll be like, what? Who your parents say they are? That's that's Connecticut. Connecticut's an interesting spot, man. This is the only place where all the poor people and the rich people, they still have to go to the same places. A lot of the times there's certain stores you got to go to certain cities, or certain movie theaters you go to, like, there's a theater in Norwalk. I used to see all types of people go there. Or there's a club in New Haven. There's a club in New Haven next to IKEA that Sukihana just went to recently on New Year's. It's all types of hood people, college people, suburb kids. We all go to the same clubs. Man, you said funniest things. One of the kids I found out was racist as fuck is now BLM, fake hipster in Brooklyn. Yeah, that happens to a lot of them. A lot of them are overcompensating. I mean, they already exposed a lot of like white European football stars. They already exposed a lot of them. Like, they would have Black Lives Matter in their I said the they'll have Black Lesbians Matter on their in their Instagram profile, and then they'll find a clip of them saying something extremely racist. That's life. Said, I remember a white chick in high school named Caitlin kept touching my hair. I told her to stop. She told my friends that I said I wanted to delete her. White women tears are powerful. Yeah, exactly. Nothing. I said this earlier in one of my videos. I said we had a term in the early 2000s where we said, black people used to say, there's nothing more. It's like white women. Yeah, white women's tears are worth more than gold. And that's why Jonathan Majors is in trouble. But anyway, let me stop reminiscing. Let me stop reminiscing. Let me stop reminiscing, man. And yeah, white people, they do weird stuff. Like I remember, when I was in Fairfield. Oh shoot. Anyway, when I was in certain spots, it will be white people trying to touch my hair and stuff. Even recently, a girl I was with, when I had an afro, this was 2 years ago. When I had an afro, touching my head, I cut that afro straight off like right after that. Right after I dealt with her, what I needed to do with her, and then I cut my hair straight off after that encounter. That turned me all the way off. She was like, wait, can I just please touch your hair? I was like, and I can't believe I let that happen. Oh man, hold on for a sec. Let me show you some of these things here. When we talk about pure narcissism, when we talk about women's intuition, it's interesting. We talk about women's intuition, but you keep getting played by the same street ninjas that I know. It'll be street ninjas I know. It'd be dudes I know. I'm talking about street ninjas I know, but they don't got no car. They got a bus pass. They messing with almost all these 304s out here. All of them running circles. Dudes driving girls' cars and all that stuff. And then they be shocked when they find out they're just one of many. They talking about women's intuition, man. That's cap. This is peak narcissism.
A woman's intuition is literally like insanity.
It's always right, never lies.
I don't know if it's like God's gift to women. Men will like never understand the feeling of getting a feeling. And
Or
just
the dreams.
we're just literally always right. And every girl has it.
Every girl has it.
A woman's intuition.
And unfortunately, this is men's fault in terms of we'll just say, yeah, you know what, honey, you're right. Or we'll just say, hey, just to avoid the argument, you know what, you're right. Just to avoid the argument. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But unfortunately, this long term, this has a consequence because now women really think that they're right all the time. And they'll be shocked when somebody like me comes around. And I'll be like, what did you say? And it'll be the first time anybody has challenged him on anything. And then my cousin will be like, no, Chris, don't. Because you know how ninjas are. When like you'll be talking to a girl about something. It's not like we're talking about RP stuff with girls. You'll just be like, you'll just call her out on her lie. You'll try to connect dots and try to see, okay, what's the problem here, really? When she's complaining about her ninja, or she's complaining about this, she's complaining about her weight, whatever it is. You'll start connecting the dots, and then there will be a ninja be the first one to tell you, hey, cool out. Hey, we try to vibe out right quick. I'll be like, bruh. This is why I was trying to tell Undead Chronic at the time, and he's finding out the hard way that black men are the biggest simps most times. Undead Chronic was trying to tell me that white men were the biggest simps. It's interesting because like me as a black man telling Undead black men are the biggest simps, and him as a white man telling me no, white men are, and that was just we're just like, now he's coming around my end and now I'm coming around on his end. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So this is it's interesting how that works, because right now Undead Chronic, He's been going through it on Twitter with these simps. He's been going through it. You said women do nah. Let me look at the let me see your comment real quick. Because like I said, like most people don't think how I think, but this is how, like me, I avoid trouble now like the plague. Dude, like there used to be a time where I was confident in my abilities to do certain things, but dude, I'm one of the smaller people in the world. Well, sorry, in America, right? I cannot be in trouble with certain people. You know what I mean? So I believe my intuition a lot of the times. I already know when something's gonna go bad, and I just accept the risks that come with it. And if I get in trouble, I just accept, you know what, that happened. I don't be like, let me see. Yeah, I said that. Reaper, I said the same. I said Jonathan Major should have went to Shannon Sharp's show. That would have broke the internet. Shannon Sharp would have broke the internet twice in a week. If he went to Shannon Sharp right after, he would have broke the internet. He said women have intuition, they just don't use it because they love excitement and don't have to be accountable for their actions. Yes, but it's it's like, so why would you, so like that's like saying you know, I could beat all these guys. That's like one of those people, you know, those people like that, you know, those people in sports that has potential, but they never lived up to it. So it's like, what's the point of you know, what's the point of having those physical gifts and you couldn't capitalize on it? You know what I mean? So what's the point of even bringing up women's intuition? That's basically, that's my point in it. Because you are right on that end. They love excitement and they don't have to be accountable for their actions. That's why it's interesting. Like only women here in America, they're the only ones that brag about dating drug dealers and tattoo artists. Like in other countries, they do the same thing, but they just keep that on the low because they know that. Yeah, black men like Gem Power. I'm telling you, I did a panel with these ladies. I made a mistake of joining a female panel and with two male simps. You know, this male simp told me that Kobe Bryant was guilty of what he did. He said, I was like, you cannot be serious right now. Mind you, I don't even like Kobe Bryant personally as a person. I think he's done a lot of things that I just don't agree with. Him snitching on Shaq, I don't as a man, I don't like that. But anybody with common sense understood what happened with that Kobe Bryant situation. She didn't get graped. That bitch just didn't get no money. I was just like, bro, they found how many different man samples in her panties, and none of them were her boyfriends. They found like 3-4 separate semen samples in her panties. None of them were Kobe Bryant's. None of them were her boyfriends. This was a hoe. This was a hoe, a straight hoe. Man, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I will say this though, Gem Power. I will say this. I'm so glad that I have that I know black women outside of Twitter, because if I didn't talk to women outside of Twitter, right, or Instagram, but especially if I did not know black women outside of Twitter, I'd be like Uncle Ruckus out here, because some of the stuff I've seen black women say on Twitter is is like, wow. You'll be like, wow. It's like it's sad, but it's just like, wow. That's all you can say is wow. You know what I'm saying? But I also, a lot of them be fronting too, because I've met one of these girls. It's a dude I know, big chisel dude, around 6'5". He's a Tyrone. He's got He's got like 3-4 girls that he's messing with, and they all know each other. So I ended up going to his place one time. She happened to be there, a girl. I didn't know who she was. We ended up having a conversation. He was in the kitchen doing something. Her tag handle was very familiar to me. Her tag handle. I find out this was one of the girls on the Shade Room talking ish. I'm talking about saying men should die. I'm talking about saying the Cynthia G points, talking about male with the male fetuses should be a black male fetuses should be aborted and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know, your girl be saying, I didn't say it with her in the room. I said, yo, you know your girl, and he was just like, oh, you talking about her Instagram? He was like, just let her be. I was like, my eyes was bucked like this, exactly like this. I was like, so you just let her. And then it reminded me, anybody that was watching the beginning of the show, I showed you Bink, one of the first females that red pilled me on Instagram. It reminded me of her. I was like, oh, because she be talking all that ish too. Bink, the girl that I showed in the beginning, Bink, I know her. She be talking about, oh, if you're this height, don't talk to me. What? The girl I showed you, her man, he's 5'8". She just be and he has a kid. He's a Pookie. She loves her Pookie. So a lot of the times women be fronting on the gram or on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? They don't really believe that. But unfortunately, there are guys out there that don't interact with these people in real life. So they really think that women really believe what they this is what I try to tell. I'm like, you guys got to stop posting this stuff, because you have dudes coming up, they want nothing to do with y'all. I'm just like, yo, this is not good. Oh, you're a Reaper. Are you a Corey Holcomb fan as you? Bro, Corey Holcomb is the greatest comedian of all time, bro. He said a man and a woman review the Corey Holcomb show where he talk about Hollywood. I went to a Corey Holcomb show, and what's beautiful about it, I was next to a couple, and the girl next to me, I went to the New York show in like October or something, and yeah, Patrice O'Neal's the go-to, but you saw him 3 times at Caroline's. I wasn't at Caroline's at that one. I was at the New York town hall, and he Pyro's the couple, the man, the girl did she didn't know who Corey Holcomb was. She didn't know who she was. So I kind of I kept that in the corner of my eye, whatever. And you know, I try to be friendly with the couple next to me. You know, I was like, man, these are some tight ass seats we got up here. You know, we just kicking it. And I was like, oh, is this your first time seeing the GOAT? And she was like, the what? And I was like, oh, you'll see. So I don't know. I keep hearing about him. And I was like, you'll see. Yeah, you'll see. And the dude next to her was just literally cheesy, because he just wanted to see the reaction of her. And after the show was finished, it wasn't like she wasn't disgusted or anything. She was just like, wow. She was like, now I get why women don't like Corey. This is what the reason why you see women don't give Corey Holcomb his flowers. The women that hate him, it's because he goes hard on the abortion jokes. And like Corey Holcomb's got like God tier abortion jokes. And I literally cry laughing every time he goes in on it. As soon as man, one of the first time I saw him in Connecticut, when he made that joke, he said they need to bring flowers to the dumpster. They need to bring a flower to the dumpster. All them fetuses they threw away. Dude, I was like, no. Man, like, oh my God. But basically her face was like, I get it. I get it now. She wasn't shocked. She was just like, I get it now. I get it. It's just oh man. Anyway, right here. Another narcissist right here. I'm about to show you. Oh man, it's about to share without me. Right here, I'm about to show you another narcissist.
I thought
So right here, we have also this thing where these girls, they don't realize that they're escorts, but they are. But they'll go on dates with dudes, right? And because like the average girl can get a date with most dudes, right? Doesn't mean that she's gonna get kept, but it is what it is. But because they have all this male attention, you know, they're in their 20s, life is their oyster, you know what I mean? You'll have these girls, they'll call themselves healers, right? It's a lot of women on Instagram like this. This has got to be one of the peak of narcissism. It's like you'll see these girls, they call themselves goddesses, they're healers, have the zodiac signs, you know what I mean? Look at her profile. It's daddy's her profile name is Daddy's Gal 666. Bruh. I mean, this is somebody you have to avoid like the plague. Somebody you must avoid like the plague. But especially a lot of those girls in their 20s, because especially now, all the attention that they can get from Instagram, social media in general, all the attention that they can get. Back in the day, a girl like that, like a girl, hold on let me look at her profile real quick. A girl like this back in the day, her limit was like a girl like this. The best that she could do, right? This is clearly an escort, but the best that a girl like that could do. Let me see a better picture of her. A decent, because yeah, this is a nest. This people don't understand. I already did a video on this. This is an escort. Instagram is just high end back page for celebrities, but a girl like this, right? The highest that a girl like this can get in terms of picking a man is this girl will be like a wife of a janitor, right? Like a plumber, like the somebody that she went to high school with. You know what I'm saying? And the highest a girl like that could get is the cutest firefighter man that she could get. You know what I'm saying? That would back in the day, that would be her ceiling. Let me give you another example, right? We got, because I did a stream on this, and Pyro was there for this. But it was a great point. You'll have the average Instagram model. Let's take Abby Burner for an example, right? Girls like Abby Burner, right? In the past, she's not like super pretty, but she has a nice body. You know what I'm saying? Girls like that back in the day, they would just end up with like the funny guy, right? The funniest guy in her high school class or her college, right? Or if that doesn't work out, she just ends up being the wife of a farmer. If you look at her body, it's literally she really should be she should already have like a couple kids pushed out and then just be barefoot pregnant somewhere. That's when you look at her profile, that's really what it should be. Now she's all tattooed up and blah blah blah. But now a girl like that, because I know plenty of girls that look like this in my town, but because of Instagram, she thinks her level is like up here because she has millions of followers, millions of followers. Now she's still broke. She don't got no money, mind you. She don't got no money. She don't got no money. But this is like her ceiling now, in her mind, her equal, right? You heard Jenny Mai said this about Jeezy, right? Her equal is somebody that's probably a millionaire in her mind because she has a million followers. She thinks that she's the prize, not knowing that really men just like to look at meat. Pause. You know what I mean when I say meat. It's just like it's a meat show. It's a meat show. Like you're dressing provocatively, you're showing off your body. You're a meat show, right? And men don't mind hitting the follow button on that end, right? But she thinks she's on a level up here, but really she's on a level really down here. So a girl like that is always going to have problems dating because she don't realize really her level is mid, because she's really a mid girl, but she has a decent body. It's a fitness channel that she has, and that's really what her level is, really down here. But I'm pretty sure if you met her, you'll be like, yeah, this is a narcissist. If you heard her talk, this is a narcissist. Her whole page is just self-worship. How many pictures of yourself do you need? How many? And it will be just like, I remember some of these pics, you'll click on them and you'll be like you see this right here, this video right here. Look at this video. This girl, she's really supposed to be a farmer's wife, right? If I'm trying to look at the oh, okay. When you look at her, she's really supposed to be like a wife of a farmer or something like that. That's kind of what she kind of reminds me of when I see her. You know what I'm saying? She reminds me of some of the country girls that I see at some the shows that I played in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what she is. But because of Instagram, people's levels are and their expectations, she's always going to be disappointed. Okay. Let's go back. Daddy's gal 666. Yikes. I hope people are staying away from her. Not Abby Burner. I mean, this girl, Daddy's gal 666, whatever her name is. I don't even want to say that again. Let me look at some of these comments. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, when I was in high school back in the day, I remember like when I was a freshman, like thick back then was like a girl like Abby Burner that I just showed you. When I was a kid, like a kid in the early 2000s, that was considered fat. People don't even realize it's like a girl, the fitness model I just showed you, she would have been considered fat in the early 2000s. You know, that's the levels are crazy, man. Oh man. Sorry. Just making sure I didn't get anyway, but the levels are messed up. The levels are messed up. Let me see. Yeah, he said, yeah, Corey Holcomb's best joke. He said he's like Corey Holcomb has this thing where when white people try to ask him what does he do, what he does for a living, his comeback is usually I sell baby clothes at abortion clinics. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's probably one of his best jokes. Now, I'll say one of the best. Oh, you said those white. Yeah, like when the chicks go, like I brought a girl to the Corey Holcomb show, right? A while back. This was like I think this was the first yeah, this is the first show. The first show. And she wasn't that bad. She wasn't that bad. Like she didn't know who he was. But she ended up having a decent sense of humor. Mind you, she was a feminist. This was a feminist. But she thought he was funny. She thought he was funny. I didn't smash, but I didn't smash. But she thought he was funny. You said she's mid. Yeah, like basically the that Abby Burner girl back when I was a kid, that was considered fat. You know. You know, Abby Burner, like a girl like that, she's not, because what happens is this is what happens a lot of time. Like the celebrities, they'll be in their DMs and whatnot, but once they fly her out, they'll get disappointed because they'll see how she really looks and they'll be like, damn, I flew this out. You know what I mean? And it ends up being, both parties end up being disappointed. So it's that never ending cycle. And plus those like the IG models, the fitness models, they're broke, dog. They have no money. I'm talking about they have no money. What you see over there is a front. Trust me. Like I'm talking about, I did a stream on this already. One of my people's already met one of these plus size models. You know, a lot of the especially when you see like the family pages, the ones that be showing off their husband and whatnot, you know, the husband be cheating a lot. I don't want to say names. I don't want to say names, but I be seeing it and I'll just be like, well, you know, good luck on your hustle. The ones with actually intact families and stuff like that, they don't really show it off. They don't show off their family on Instagram. They just live their life. Anyway, let's go back here. Man, good man. I'm on time. I think. Oh no, I lied. I'm not on time. I thought I was on time. Anyway, but I did go over most of what I wanted to go through. But I do want to show you a couple of more vids before I sign off. So right here, this is how I know that therapy is a scam. Look at the caption. Look at what she's saying. In her caption, she says, when they say they don't believe in therapy and you blurt out, it shows. And now the air in the room is spicy. I mean, how can you convince a loved one to go to therapy if you clearly are not healed yourself? And on top of that, you're judgmental. Like I said earlier, women saying you need therapy is the new you need Jesus. It's the new you need to give your life up to Christ. But it's almost like in a condescending tone to where a non-believer is going to be turned off by most Christians with that attitude. You know what I'm saying? This is why you'll see, particularly you'll see like a lot, like I'll say this, I don't want to say his name, but Top G was right on this end. Islam is the religion of the future because the converts that they get, and it's very patriarchal, very male-centered. You know what I'm saying? So that Islam is basically the religion of the future. Christianity is on its last legs. They don't, yeah, they don't stand for anything. But yeah, right here. Here I go again. Oh, let me not get a copyright. But yeah, the caption says it all. The pure arrogance. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, they don't even realize how that comes across. Oh man, let me look any more things that I need. Oh man, I got a couple right here. Hold on for a sec. Right here. Let me bring this girl up real quick. Guys, let me give you an update because I'm always ahead on this stuff. If you see girls with this particular haircut right here, I saved this picture for a reason. If you see girls with this particular haircut, you better run like the wind. You better run. This It's basically a Dalmatians type hair cut. Let me see if I can Kalani hair Dalmatians. Let me see if that pops up something. So this hairstyle. Let me show. I'm about to bring up Kalani real quick because a lot of those 304s, they love listening to Kalani, SZA, Janae Aiko, Summer Walker, Erica Badu. Oh man, let me see if she pops up. So when you see, okay, right here. So, oh man, they're not showing Kalani specifically. They're not showing Kalani specific. Oh, they are. They are. Okay, let me share this with you guys. If you see girls with this particular hairstyle, this whole one side black and then one particularly white side, because this is I'm telling you, you better run. You need to run. They show Kalani right here. Because Kalani was rocking this hairstyle for a little bit. If you see 304s with this hairstyle and you think she's normal, and you think this is normal, she not normal, dog. You better watch out. Y'all better watch out. I wanted to this is why I saved this, because anytime oh man, let's see here. Narcissism. Any other narcissism clips? Oh man, let me see. I'm trying to find one. Oh man, I don't know if I can find one. Any clips that I missed? Oh, one thing real quick. This doesn't really have to do about narcissism, but I want you to watch this video real quick. Watch this video real quick because a lot of dudes are still lost on this end. Let me look at the chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Pyro said powerful people with money at Hollywood. Ish always goes down over there. Oh, why am I'm all the way down. You said my boy brought his GF at the time, now his wife, to a Bill Burr show. She acted like she liked his comedy until we went outside and wanted to argue Me Too stats. Oh my God. The whole thing with Me Too, I'm gonna get back to that. She ended up crying and ruined the rest of the night. Yeah, don't force it. Here's the thing about Me Too before I go back on this. Me Too, they don't even realize the damage. They don't with the whole Bill Cosby thing, which was really the start of it. This whole Me Too thing, people are gonna look back in history and they'll be like, man, why it'll be like, it's gonna be a certain generation, which is basically our generation, Gen Z. They're gonna be like, how come the marriage rates are just low between this generation and this, but there was like a boom here and there's just like for this one, what happened? They don't realize the damage. Men don't talk to women at work no more, really, not like that. Especially not the young dudes, not the ones that I know. They don't be talking to hoes at work no more. You know what I'm saying? Only the broke pookies that be working there for 2 weeks and then quitting. Yeah, they do. And they love the pookies, right? But they don't even and all they have to show for it, all they can show for it, because they ruin the dynamics between how women and men really interact with each other, especially at the workplace where most couples end up finding each other anyways. And all they got to show for it is that they got 2 niggas locked up. That's all they got to show for it. Hey, we got 2 niggas locked up, Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. That's all they got to show for it. That's all they got to show for it. You got 2 niggas locked up. Fucking congratulations. Congratulations. All they got to that's all they got to show for ruining a whole generation of of literally, dude. Do you know, dude? People won't believe it when I say it. There were two girls that I knew. One in my former job, one in my former job, and I was like, I literally told her, "Can we do this outside of work? Can we talk outside of work?" But it could have been like more. I'm talking about she initiated, but it ended up being awkward because she was like, "Why will you not talk to me?" And I'm just like, I'm not trying to lose my job. I was, and she's like, "Oh, you just being paranoid." I'm like, "No, I'm not." They don't even realize the damage. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that, like, the damage. They don't get it. They literally don't get it. Yeah, he said black women love dusty men, the same men that they hate, and then the regular normal black dudes end up getting the big shtick, get the shtick for it, right? Fortunately, with me, I've been on both ends of that spectrum. Because a lot of the times, what people don't understand is there's a lot of dudes out there that a simple fix to their problem was just all their parents had to do was put them in a sport, and they wouldn't have like just the lack of girls that they have. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes are suffering because their parents were cheap on the sports end, and they end up like not doing sports, or they didn't end up doing music. Especially me doing music on the circuit, producing, right? Ghost producing. Don't quote me on that so I don't get sued. You know what I mean? Just meeting all these people and the opportunities, you know what I mean? You end up meeting and networking, and you realize you really don't need to be simping for 304s like that. They're not that special. You know what I mean? All you got, man, like, I'll just say this. I was part of a production crew for a mini series for somebody I know. People don't understand, like, just being with a group of women is very, not just annoying, but very exhausting. They're not really a decent group of people to be around long term. And I think men need to go through it so they can finally move on from, oh, these girls need to go out with me, I'm a good guy. There's, because there's still dudes on like Twitter. There's still black dudes on Twitter to be like, where basically they're demanding women like them because they're good. And I'm like, sorry, dude, it just doesn't work that way. I mean, unless if you want to wait until they have 2 kids and 2 different baby daddies, and they're like 32 and they're 285 pounds and 5'3", then yeah, they'll look for a good man then, and you can enjoy that girl then. Or you could just move on and just do something else. And you'll actually meet better girls doing that instead of just waiting. You know what I mean? That's why I got love for the Passport Bros, because they came up with a solution. And really, they were ahead of their time, because there's going to be a time where I believe this, they're going to make men marry these women. This is what I believe. I really believe that they're going to make us have to take care of these 304s. Kind of similar to that program that I saw in, like, I think it was in China or Korea. I forgot. That doesn't mean I'm a racist. But there was like, where basically they have these dudes out there. They just force them to go to these villages full of girls, and they have to pick a wife, basically. Because nobody's taking care of them. They're not taking care of themselves. And they're literally like, please. But once you're at that position of your choice, you'll realize I really don't want all these hoes like that. You really don't. Once you start really hanging with them and really hearing them talk, you'll realize it's a bit overrated to have all these hoes around you and stuff. It's a bit overrated. I'm telling you guys, it's a bit overrated, and it's very exhausting, especially if you're shadowing a guy that's good with women and you literally see the exhaustion in his face. It's so much so you don't even want to talk to the girls yourself. Anyway, let me let you guys listen to this.
Where are you finding a virgin in the West? Like in middle
Nowhere.
school?
Nowhere.
So stop saying, "Are you a virgin? What's your body count?" This shit is weird. It's getting really
Well,
really
I don't think
weird.
anybody asked that. I mean,
I just see it in the comments a lot, like, "Oh, you have a height. What's your body count?" Like,
Wait.
where are you finding a virgin?
So I don't know why my video's freezing and my other videos were not freezing, but here we go. So here, I want you to pay attention to what she's saying. She's saying, where are you finding a virgin in the West? Because you'll have, for example, there's a lot of unfortunately conservative dudes or guys in our space that are still saying, I'm gonna find a virgin wife and blah blah blah. Guys, and I'm literally like, guys, if you're gonna find I'm talking about a virgin, right? Since people are very obsessed with this thing, you're gonna be arrested for pedophilia. Like I already told you the stats. After 16, damn near all of them are gone. You know what I mean? So if you didn't get any in high school like that, you're holding your breath for like a 20-something-year-old woman with a low body count. I'm not even gonna say virgin, just with a woman, a 20-something-year-old girl with a low body count. That's not gonna happen. Like a low body count for today's woman, a low body count. Like if a girl said, "Oh yeah, I have a," and you found out a girl had like a 20-something body count, that's considered low in today's standards. I know that sounds crazy to you guys, but you guys don't know. You guys clearly don't know. There's a lot of dudes they don't know. Like I saw like a Shannon Sharp episode with Brittany Renner when he had her on the podcast, and she was saying, "Oh yeah, my body count's 35," and Shannon Sharp was just shocked. She's like, "Oh my god!" But dude, I know women. I'm talking about women that you would never think they can. I know a woman that can get 30 in a month, dog. Like easily. I know girls that have told me I'm already in the triple digits, man. Women tell me this stuff is because I'm not in the long-term plans. So if you see a girl with me, it's not long-term. And she's not looking at me like I want to have his kids. So the fortunate side of it is a lot of girls will tell me the truth. A lot of girls will tell me what it is. And I don't think you guys know. If you guys knew the true body counts of these girls, women have literally told me like, oh yeah, my body count is 100 something, but once I get a boyfriend, I'm just gonna tell him it's 3. You know what I'm saying? Now, oh, mind you, let me see. Lorette had a comment. Let me highlight this comment. Oh, I forgot I can highlight the comments. Man. Oh man, I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. So right here, I want you to see this comment. She said China wants women, folks, to start producing and generating the next generation, but the women are resisting in a Western way. This is true. Now, technically, China kind of brought it upon themselves. You know what I mean? With the whole, you can only have one boy, no girls, or like one boy, only one girl. Or if you have a girl, you kill her. So they kind of brought that upon themselves. So yes, Western the Western way of thinking is spreading. The Western way is spreading, but honestly, it's their fault. You know, he said it's not going to work, Mike. They're going to identify as LGTV to not be forced to shack out with 304. Oh man, I like the new term HGTV, like the TV channel. I just call them the Alphabet Crew. You know, that's what I said. The Rainbow Mafia. You know what I'm saying? The people have other names. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get my stream taken down. Corey Holcomb used to have some funny. He still has some funny terms. How he regards these people, man. I forgot I could show these comments, man. But yeah, I like this right here. This is nice. I can highlight the comments. This is crazy. Sorry, this is like my first time using. Like, this is one of my first times using really highlighting the chats. I like this. I like this right here. Anyway, let's finish that video. I want to analyze that real quick, then I'll sign off. I'll find one more video for you guys because I got so much video saved on my thing, and I like sharing them.
In the West, like in middle
Nowhere,
school.
nowhere.
So stop.
So she said, like in middle school, where are you gonna find a virgin? Like in middle school. That's her telling on herself and telling on other women, on most women. And like I told you guys, the girls that I know, most of them said they lost their virginity at 13. This is middle school age, guys. It just confirms what I've been saying. People just think she's just talking about herself. No, she's not only is she putting herself on blast, but she's putting her people on blast because this is the average woman. This is the average woman, guys. Trust me.
Saying, are you a virgin?
You might think that she's a baddie or whatever, but you just seeing all the makeup. You just seeing through all the makeup. This is an average chick, dog. This is an average chick. And she got tattoos.
And what's your body count? This shit.
Mind you, most Gen Z girls, they show the statistics. They said 60 to 70% of Gen Z girls have tattoos. That's insane, first of all, but wow. Basically, if you're talking about, they want to talk about high value woman, what's a high value girl and a top percentage girl? What is it? Well, for starters, if you're a girl and you don't have a tattoo, you're already in the top 30%. You're already in the top 30%, man.
Is weird. It's getting really weird.
I don't think anybody asked that. I mean,
so obviously she's very offended about guys, saying no hymen, no diamond and stuff like that. But she's got to get over it. But yeah, I think that's it because my videos are freezing up. Next time I'm gonna do it on Safari. Next time I'm gonna do it on Safari. You know what I mean? But yeah, this has been a decent stream. Kind of went off topic a little bit. Did some reminiscing on, my times in Connecticut. I'm not gonna tell you where I am right now. I'm still in Connecticut. I'll let people be the judge of that. But yeah, it's been real, man. It's been real. Well, hold on. Let me stop sharing. But yeah, man. Yeah, right here. China government definitely did this population limitation to themselves. Exactly. They kind of like we could talk about, the Western way of thinking. And you girls need to start producing. Technically, the government did that. They did that to themselves. You can't even blame it on America on that on that end. For like they could have been fine. Like I'll even say, like, when we even talk about, like, people want to always put a blame on something. Like even with the black community, we can't blame white people for the separation of family. We can't. We did that to ourselves. People might disagree with this, but when you look at when the even through slavery, even through Jim Crow, even through the civil rights movement or the beginning of the civil rights movement, the black family was intact for the most part. Black people used to be the most married people I'm talking about out of all the races. They were the most married people in the 30s or 40s, I believe. They were the most married people. Now it's like the opposite. When you see the deterioration, you see it right when the government started incentivizing women to separate their families. Now, this is a problem that all races have, right? This is not just a black thing anymore. But they didn't force those ladies to take the prizes. They didn't force the women to do that. They just put it out there as an option, knowing that the ladies were going to take that option and that they were going to hedge their bets. So we can't really blame the government. We can't blame the devil for being the devil. You know what I'm saying? We can't blame the devil for being the devil. You still chose to do what you want to do. That's my opinion on that end. But anyway, when we talk about, just to sum up this stream, we talk about the mental health scam crisis. We don't have therapy is not the answer, because it's clear that the therapists are just basically feeding into women's delusions and just basically making sure that they always come back. They always come back. They're not really trying to fix things. And if they were, we would see the proper diagnosis being handed out. Meaning when we talk about narcissistic personality disorder, this needs to be a diagnosis it should be way more people that have this label attached towards them than what it's reported. That's just ridiculous. Only 200,000 saying it's a rare diagnosis. That's ridiculous, because I go on Instagram every other day or every day, and I see plenty of people that I could literally say, this is a person that suffers. This is a person with narcissistic personality disorder. I can literally look at their page and be like, this is what he has. He has this, but it is what it is on that end. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I know it's midnight. I got to tune out. I thought I was going to be on time ending. I thought I was going to end exactly at 12:08, but I got to do better. But thank you, Pyro. Thank you, Gem Power. Thank you, Reaper Rels. I'll see you on the 5150 show tomorrow night. I've been watching that show every Tuesday for the past I'm talking about, I used to even watch some of the episodes on Ustream when I was in college. When I was in college, I used to actually watch some of the episodes on Ustream. That laggy ass stream. I just like, let me just wait until it goes on YouTube. Yo. But some of the funniest episodes was on Ustream, though. Some of the funniest episodes of 5150 was on Ustream. Yeah, Lord's right. Thank you. Talk to you soon too, Pyro. And let me Black family existed until school integration. And then when Black families fell apart, the incentives of welfare and food stamps rushed in what was the order of the operation. Exactly. But like I said, that's just When we say, oh, white people did that to us, no, we did that to ourselves. They just, the devil's gonna put things for you to do. So what the devil at the time was doing was like, man, I'm killing these black people. They're still staying together. I'm I'm poisoning them literally, and they're still together. They're still producing Martin Luther King. They're still producing Malcolm X. They're still producing Fred Hampton, right? These people, they're still producing the best athletes. They're still producing some of the best musicians that you will ever hear in your life. Still producing a lot of the financiers that financed Dr. King, a lot of the financiers that financed Malcolm X and these people, the people in the Nation of Islam. They're like, man, what can we do to destroy the black family? Okay, let's try this. And the experiment worked. You know what I mean? Now, as below, well, I don't know what the quote is, as below, so above. So now everybody's dealing with this thing where basically women of all races are incentivized to turn their man into the system. But anyway, let me just sign off on that. Let me sign off on that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I'm going to be doing this more often now. Still trying to work my way around StreamYard, but thank you for tuning in. It's been real, guys. Let's end the stream right here. Peace.